Upstairs, the bathroom mirror awaits. It's the kind of mirror you can't buy in the store. My mother and father bought it for cheap at a yard sale almost 5 years ago now, and by the way, my father complained of back pain for a week after he lugged the thing upstairs. I'd say it weighs at least as much as a decent-sized load of bricks. It's pretty and ornate. The carvings were done by someone who knew what they were doing. A real artist. I like to think it's the sort of thing you'd see in the bathroom of a castle. But now, in the harsh yellow light, my reflection looks sickly, like the color of bad milk. My mother stares back from behind the glass. She watches as I shake off my dress and as I peel off my tights. She marvels at my bare nubs of breast, and she smirks disapprovingly at the inner tube of soft, pus-colored flab that encircles me. She waits as I run the shower. She hands me my toothbrush, and she reminds me to floss. Watch out, Mother warns. Tooth enamel doesn't last forever, you know. Be quiet, I tell her. You can't be here right now. I don't believe in ghosts. I pull back the shower curtain, but she steps in front of me and sticks out the underside of her wrist to test the water. And when she thinks I'm not looking, she follows me inside. I wash my mother off of me. My nails scratch violently at my scalp until they are covered in my own ketchup. I stick the dripping fingers into my mouth and suck. I am the flavor of an over-chlorinated pool, salty and dry. Mother tastes of lavender, a nasty concoction of cat urine and camphor. When the water turns cold, I twist the tap and wrap myself in a threadbare towel from the Salvation Army. I step onto the wood and it screams under the weight of my bare paws. When I grew tree trunk legs and boats for feet, my mother sent me to etiquette classes. The girls were all baby pink and leggy, perfect, skinny flamingos who curtsied and used phrases like pardon and if you please. I hid in the bathroom and mooched Snickers from the sweet old lady who worked at the reception desk. The classes were a short-lived affair. I walk out of the bathroom, naked except for a stranger's discarded bath towel. Down the hall, in his bedroom, my father is sitting back on his haunches, searching for a book on the bottom shelf. He looks up when he hears me, and he quirks his mouth into a sleepy half smile. Are you interested in some light bedtime puzzle solving? Dad asked me, waving a Sudoku book in the air. I shake my head at his offer, but I pat into the room anyway. Dad smells like allergy ointment and body odor when I sit down crisscross applesauce next to him, and he hands me a pen and a dog-eared copy of Diagonal Sudoku, Wild and Wacky Riddles for the Mathematical Wizard. This is one of my absolute favorites, Dad tells me, holding up a hand to my protests. I picked it up at a gas station years ago, and I still haven't been able to put it down. I flip to the back of the book, where the margins are full of smudged scribbles, but most of the boxes are empty. You haven't finished these ones, I tell him, motioning towards the unsolved puzzles. Dad looks sheepish and averts his eyes. I know. I've never quite been able to crack those. I nod and lean back against his shoulder, playfully smacking him on the thigh with the old book. He cracks a smile and taps me over the head with the puzzle book he's holding, 365 Days of Sudoku Madness, becoming an expert in a year. It's funny, because my mother has just died, and here we are, flipping through Sudoku books and giggling like it's just any other night. Although actually, when I think about it, it doesn't seem very funny at all.